Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicle Night channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please take a second to click the like button if you like this video or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get PTCGO code cards. Are you looking to complete your Pokemon card collection online for the latest set? PTCGO has everything you need. Please use my code NIGHT22 at checkout so you can get a 5% discount. Help yourself out with the discount, and thank you for helping support the content I create in this channel and for helping out PTCGO. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at Dragapult from the Fusion Strike set, and this is my very first Fusion Strike Pokemon to showcase on this channel. Dragapult is a Stage 2 Fusion Strike Pokemon with 150 HP, with 0 retreat cost, which is great, minus 30 resistance to fighting, and is weak to dark. It has 2 attacks. The most notable one is its first attack, Fusion Strike Assault. For just 1 energy, this attack does 30 damage times each of your Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. In the standard format, since we can only play up to 6 Pokemon on the board, this attack can deal as much as 180 damage for a single energy, which is really strong. Naturally then, I will only be using Fusion Strike Pokemon in this build. Its second attack is Speed Attack. For just 2 energies, it will deal 120 damage. And since we are dealing with a Stage 2 Pokemon, there's really no other way to quickly evolve into a Dragapult other than by using Rare Candy. And the heart of any Fusion Strike deck, I think, is GENESECT V. This card is expensive to trade, so I've included only 2 in this build, and we're gonna see if this will work out. But if you can fit more than 2, I definitely would recommend it. The reason why this is so useful is because of its ability Fusion Strike system. Once during your turn, you can draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So if you have a full bench and including your active Pokemon, that's 6 Fusion Strike Pokemon in your board. This ability then will allow you to draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. This ability is such a powerful drawing engine. Unfortunately, Snorlax will have to stay in the sidelines for this build. But the only drawback to this ability is if you have too many cards on hand, then you really can't draw much cards with it. So having plenty of item cards instead of supporter cards is ideal because you can use as many item cards during your turn, which may allow you to thin out your hand so you can draw into more cards with GENESECT V's ability. However, because I am only using 2 GENESECT V's in this build, I will balance it out by using other supporter cards like Marnie and Professor's Research to help with drawing. As for the other Pokemons in this build, to increase Dragapult's survivability, Oricorio helps with its ability Lesson in Zeal, which increases defense of all our Fusion Strike Pokemon by 20. In other words, your Pokemon will take 20 less damage. This ability doesn't stack though, so having 1 in play at a time should suffice. I also have Smeargle, more for its Sketching Trash attack. For 1 colorless energy, you can put up to 2 Fusion Strike trainer cards from the discard pile back to your hand. This is great for recycling the power tablets during desperate moments. And finally, I have 1 copy of Meloetta, more for its Melodious Echo. For 2 energies, this attack will do 70 damage for each Fusion Strike energy attached to your Pokemon. This attack can deal as much as 280 damage when all Fusion Strike energies are in play. As for my other cards, first I have a full set of the new Power Tablet. This increases the attack damage of our Fusion Strike Pokemon by 30. With this, Dragapult can increase its damage output even further. Next up, I have Great Ball and Quick Ball. You will want to fill up your bench with as much Fusion Strike Pokemon as you can to increase Dragapult's attack, and that's why having a lot of basic Pokemons in this build is essential. I also have Evolution Incense and Rare Candy to help with evolving Dragapult, Ordinary Rod as a recovery item, and Switch. I also have the Old Cemetery Stadium to counter Path to the Peak Stadium, since it will prevent GENESECT V from using its ability, so I have 2 of these at least, and this could help add some damage counters on our opponent's board. Each time either player attaches an energy from their hand to a non-psychic Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on the Pokemon they attach the energy to. And I also have 2 copies of Air Balloon, more for GENESECT V, so that we can easily retreat it from the active just in case. As for my other supporters, I have Boss's Orders and Skyla to help find trainer cards like the Power Tablet. And as for energies, I have 4 copies of the Fusion Strike energies. This acts as any type of energy, so that we can even use this to power up GENESECT V or Oricorio to attack. And this energy also prevents its user from being affected by any abilities from your opponent. I also have 4 copies of the Horror Energies. With this equipped, when Dragapult is attacked, the attacker gets 2 damage counters. And finally, 4 basic energies so that we can recover it with the help of the Ordinary Rod. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, I'm going to choose to go first. I recommend going first with this build because it takes a lot of components to build up a stage 2. You need your basic, you also need the evolution, and if you can find the rare candy, that would be great. And okay, we had to mulligan, but we have a lot of basics to start with. 3P to the active, we have GENESECT V, Smeargle, and Meloetta to start. Air balloon that we can attach to GENESECT V. And we get a Great Ball. So I'm going to use that. We get Oricorio that will increase our Fusion Strike Pokemon's defense. Add this energy. And then I'm just going to use Fusion Strike System here that will get us 5 cards. Up to 5 cards on our hand. We get another GENESECT V. We can put this air balloon on our other GENESECT. And I'm going to draw for another 3 here. And we have a lot of evolution incense, which we don't really need right now. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass. So we're up against a Tsarena V. Now Tsarena V depends on how many Pokemon they discard from their bench, and that's gonna be multiplied to the damage output. So very interesting card mechanic to the attack. It does take a lot of confidence to use it. Because if your opponent can just knock out your Tsarena V, it it could be a very dangerous situation when you don't have another Tsarena to switch into. So they're using the Galarian Zigzagoon as a means to add damage counters to their opponent's Pokemon, and also Yamper that will get them Pokeball and also Great Ball from the discard pile, so they can just keep getting these basic Pokemon cards from their deck, and that will quickly fill up their bench, which is it's a really nice combo actually. Might have to try out Tsarena V. Interesting combo. Yeah, it has the potential to win against a lot of matchups, but I think it has a lot of drawbacks as well. But yeah, so I don't think they can attack us just yet because it requires 2 energies for them to attack. But oh, they're gonna boss us. Alright, they're gonna boss Meloetta, and then they're gonna pass. Alright, we can retreat Meloetta with a 1 energy. But right now we can't evolve into a Dragapult just yet. So I think I'm going to keep drawing cards. So I'm going to thin out my hand by attaching an energy on Meloetta that we can retreat. Might as well get a Dragapult. And then let me see if I can get anything here. We get a Quick Ball. That's good. We can discard 1 of our energies here. And then do nothing, so we can draw 2 cards with this other Fusion Strike system. And we get a Skyla. Look at that. That's why Skyla is very good. I really like Skyla. Didn't find any trainer cards. So now we can evolve into our Dragapult. And we're dealing 180 damage here. But then I think they can easily knock out our Dragapult. That's the thing. So I don't know. Should we just attack? I mean, if we attack, that will deal 180 damage, right? And then since we have the horror energy, if they attack us, Tsarena V will just get knocked out. And if they discard all of the cards from their bench, they're gonna lose the game. So they have a decision to make here. That, you know, attacking us will lose them the game unless they have a scoop up net and they exchange one of their single prizers there to replace another Tsarena. But let's see if our opponent notices this. But 160 damage. Okay, they only discard 4, but their Tsarena goes down along with our Dragapult. And we get 2 prizes for that. And in exchange, they get 1 prize. But now, We don't have any other attacker. We can use Meloetta, but it requires 2 energies to attack. So I'm just gonna use Ordinary Rod to get these back. And yeah, we can just get 1 or 2. Yeah, let's just get all of them. Right, I don't have a right hand on this build, so we can get those energies back to the deck. So I'm gonna put a Fusion Strike energy on my GENESECT V. Maybe we can use it to attack later on, but for now, there's really nothing more I could do. But yeah, Tsarena is a contender. That's one thing I learned from playing this game, is never underestimate your opponent. You know, they could be using a single prizer deck, and then they could just easily own you despite you having like a VMAX or something like that. So one thing I've noticed with playing this Dragapult build though is that even with GENESECT's powerful drawing ability, you could actually get stuck. For example, like the hand that we have right now, we have all energies, and it's really difficult to get rid of all these energies from your hand unless you can discard them somehow. But attaching them one at a time, once per turn, is a little difficult to kind of empty out your hand. So for the meantime though, our opponent doesn't attack, so that's good. I'm just gonna attach an energy on Meloetta, and that could increase its attack power. So let's just keep drawing here, see what we can get. We get a Dreepy, which is great, and now we can draw into 2 more cards with the other GENESECT. Oh, okay, we got an Old Cemetery that could help out with the damage against our opponent as well. And I'm just gonna retreat into this GENESECT V because it has a full HP right now, and it depends on how aggressive my opponent gets, I guess, whether or not they're gonna decide to knock it out. But at least that gives us a little bit of time to build up our Dragapult. Hopefully we can build it up, but at the same time we can also use Meloetta to attack if we needed to. But 180 damage, yeah, if we can just evolve into a Dragapult and just fill up our bench again. And we're resistance to grass. Okay, I wasn't even paying attention to that. So they discarded 4, but it wasn't enough to knock it out, and they leave another Tsarena on their bench just in case we knock out their active. So that's one of the drawbacks of a Tsarena build, is that you always have to have 2, and it really does limit your attack power. So we have a chance to use Professor's Research, and we have Power Tablet, we have Rare Candy, but we need a Dragapult here. So let me see if I can find it. We can draw into 1 more card here. Okay, we get a Quick Ball. We can discard Marnie and not get anything, so we can draw into 2 more with this other GENESECT V. And look at that. I tried to a Dragapult. That's insane. Alright, so yeah, GENESECT V drawing ability is insane, man. It's crazy. So now we have the means to knock out this Tsarena V for 100 and 210 damage, I forget, because we did use that Power Tablet, and we get another Power Tablet from our prize and another Dreepy. So yeah, Dragapult is insane, man. For 1 energy for that much damage is crazy. Alright, they also have Pumpkaboo, which removes our Stadium. And yeah, we need 2 more prizes here. We can definitely take on this Tsarena V. We can either build up our GENESECT, or we can just build up another Dragapult and knock out the one in the active. So 180, we have Power Tablet, so we can definitely knock out this Tsarena V. They will have to... Oh, dude, they tried to use their... Did they not realize that the Fusion Strike energy prevents any abilities from their Pokemon from taking effect against our Fusion Strike Pokemon with the Fusion Strike energy. So they're not dealing any damage on our Dragapult, on our Genesect V, or our Meloetta. So insane, insane. And they're just gonna pass. They don't have any energy, and we're gonna win this game. Fusion Strike Assault for 210 damage thanks to the Power Tablet, winning us the game. Man, that's crazy. Good game. Alright, moving on to the next match. We start off with a Dreepy here. It is a little scary because Dreepy has such a low HP. And the fact that we don't have any other Pokemon, well, we have Quick Ball, so might as well use it. And Genesect V is always first choice, of course. And then let me just attach this energy. And I'm just gonna pass. So I don't want to waste my Power Tablet just yet. Anyways, Zamazenta V will be our opponent this time around. Zacian V most definitely will follow. Okay, they're gonna Marnie us. But yeah, Dreepy having that low HP is so prone to being donked. So if we don't start off with any other basic, and yeah, Dreepy is just very prone to getting donked. We get another Dreepy. We have Dracloak. I don't know if I should evolve it though. I could. Just attach an energy on Genesect V because we can use it to attack if we needed to. I have Skyla though, but I guess I can get a Great Ball or a Quick Ball. Yeah, I'll just get a Great Ball because I don't want to discard any of the other cards. Alright, cool. We get a Dragapult, but you know what? I'll get a Meloetta so that we can fill our bench. That way we can draw into more cards with Genesect. So, and I'll just evolve this to thin out my hand. Fusion Strike system so I can draw into 3 cards. We get a Marnie. And might as well just attack here because nothing else we could do. So, yeah, Genesect V is a very expensive card. I think I traded it for at least 11 or 12 packs. I don't know now, but yeah, it's pretty expensive. I think that's the most expensive card in this build. And so I tried to minimize it. A lot of other content creators build with a lot of Genesect. But for this one, I'm only using 2. And I think that's all you need really. Unless one is prized, then having 3 at least is, I think, optimal. But it does add a lot of liability to your build because now if your opponent can target just your Genesect, they just need to knock out 3 of them and then they can win the game getting 6 prizes. Alright, so we get another Power Tablet from the top deck. My opponent isn't able to attack just yet, and they'll need to switch out their Zamazenta V. So we can evolve into Dragapult, but I'm not sure if we can knock out the Zamazenta V because of that Cape of Toughness. So we can deal 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 with the 2 Power Tablets. So 180 damage. I mean, at least we can get ahead if we can do that. So I'll just use up my Power Tablets here. And then let me use this. I'm not gonna get anything, so I can use my Fusion Strike system and draw into 3 cards. We get another Dreepy, so that will increase our attack. So I'm just gonna attack here, and we're dealing 210 damage. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough to knock it out. The Cape of Toughness is adding 50 HP to the Zamazenta, so we need 50 or more damage to it to knock it out. But now their Zacian V is fully energized, so all they need to do is switch out their Zamazenta and they'll be able to knock out our Dragapult. We have Dragapults on hand, but we need rare candies. You know, after playing a lot of games with this one too, I've noticed that even with Genesect V, the power of its drawing ability actually can get stuck. Especially when all of the evolution line is in your hand. So if you have a lot of Dragapults on hand, that's gonna clog up your hand in a sense. Alright, so my opponent doesn't get a switch here, and they're just gonna Intrepid Sword. So we can definitely knock out this Zamazenta V, but we need to evolve into our other Dragapult. So let's see if we can get anything here. Nothing. We get an air balloon. That's pretty much it. Yeah. We have an energy. I think I'm just gonna knock out this Zamazenta. That's fine. That way we can get 2 extra cards, get Old Cemetery, and the Horror Energy. Unfortunate, but... So now, and they also have a Cape of Toughness, adding HP to their Zacian V. So now we have a problem here. If they knock out, when they knock out our Dragapult, their Zacian V will receive 2 damage counters, but then we don't have any other Dragapults or other attackers on hand, and that's going to be a big problem. At least their Zacian V won't be able to attack, and the only way we can actually thin out our hand is use Old Cemetery and by attaching 1 energy. So I'll just put GENESECT V in the active. Oh, okay, we get a Smeargle. Nice. Alright, let me use this, and I think I'll just get the use the Ordinary Rod to get these 2 back to the deck, and then at least I can draw 2 cards with this. Alright, we get a Dracloak, so that's 1 step closer into a Dragapult, I guess. And I'm just gonna retreat into Smeargle. I'm just gonna pass. So I have to retreat my GENESECT, obviously, because if they knock it out, they get 2 prizes. So with Smeargle, they only get 1, and that will, we're just stalling basically so that we can evolve into a Dragapult, thin out our hand, use our Fusion Strike energy, and then we can draw into more cards, hopefully. But they're just gonna Intrepid Sword. Okay. They have Air Balloon. They could just retreat and attack again. Anyways, I'm just gonna evolve into Dragapult, thin out my hand, put this Fusion Strike energy on Dreepy, and then we can switch Dragapult into the active. We're gonna attack anyways. Fusion Strike system. Hopefully we get another Pokemon here. Alright, we get an Oricorio. That's nice. Can we knock out this Zacian? 230? No, we can't. I'll just use Marnie. Maybe we can knock out this active. All we need is a Power Tablet. We don't get anything though. We get more supporter cards, but I think I'll just probably attack here. 180 damage. Alright. So Zacian V in the active needs 2 more damage for us to knock it out. Yeah, you know what? I could have bossed the one on the bench, but it has the Cape of Toughness, so we don't quite knock it out. I was hoping for a Power Tablet to knock out the one in the active, but we don't get it, so that's okay. Yeah, we have 2 more Power Tablets supposedly in the deck. Alright, they're gonna Marnie us. And I actually don't mind that because our hand is terrible. I mean, we have support cards, which is good. We get another GENESECT V. They're gonna bump out our Old Cemetery, and they're gonna heal with the Crystal Cave. So most likely they're just gonna retreat with their Zacian V, which, you know, they could have just done in the previous turn, but that's fine. And they're gonna knock out our Dragapult. At least we have Rare Candy, and I'm hoping we can draw into another Dragapult to evolve into, and we can just attack. We're gonna knock out our Dragapult though. That will open up a space for our other GENESECT V, so we can draw into a lot more cards. And we get a Power Tablet from the top deck, so that will help out with the attack damage. So might as well just use it, I guess. And then I'm gonna use my first Fusion Strike system here. And we get a Evolution Incense. Nice. So now we can evolve into Dragapult. And then, let's just evolve this first. We get another Power Tablet. So we are maximizing our attack damage here. But I think that's gonna be it. 270 damage. I don't think it's gonna be enough to knock out this Zacian V because of that Cape of Toughness. I could probably add like Tool Scrapper in this build. Let me just use my second Fusion Strike system for this turn. And yeah, there's really nothing much we could do here. Let me use Skyla. Yeah. We could use Smeargle to probably get the power tablets from the discard pile, but I don't know. I could get her a candy just in case I need to set up another Dragapult. But you know what? I'm just gonna get a boss. We can boss that other Zacian and we can knock it out in the next turn. And then I'll probably just use Meloetta to attack here actually. And deal some serious damage against this Zacian V while we still have Fusion Strike in play. So Melodious Echo, and we are dealing 200 damage thanks to the power tablets that we had used. So that's, I mean, that's good. That's a good damage. They can heal, but then it's still within knockout range of our Dragapult and even Meloetta if they don't knock it out. So my opponent still needs 4 more prizes to go. If they target my GENESECT V, then it's over really quickly. And that's what I mean with GENESECT. You know, if you have so much on in play, it becomes a big liability. Especially Zacian V can attack for a lot of damage. She can just one-hit KO our GENESECT Vs. But they're gonna switch into Oranguru. But that's okay. We can just use Boss and knock them out. Knock one of their Zacian Vs and get 2 prizes for that. And with Meloetta as an attacker, we can reserve our Dragapult to attack in the next turn. So we have 2 attackers. And they're just going to Intrepid Sword. Alright? So we get another turn from this. And let's see. We get another Quick Ball. Probably just going to boss one of the Zacian Vs and just knock it out. And let me actually get this one, because this one could get out of range the more they heal it. We could knock it out. Let me thin out my hand. I could probably use one of the Fusion Strike system. And hopefully we can get into more cards. I'm just going to thin out my hand here. Fusion Strike system. See what we get. Alright. I'm just going to attack Melodious Echo, knocking out this Zacian V, and that will get us 2 prize. Okay, we got an Old Cemetery. We can take out their stadium at least. And we get another rare candy. Yeah, so I need this Dreepy on hand to set up another Dragapult. They're going to knock out our Meloetta for sure. And that will open a space for our Dreepy. We have rare candy. We'll attack with our current Dragapult. That's all set up. And all we have to do is set up another Dragapult. And hopefully we can knock out one more Zacian V and win the game. Okay, they're gonna attack with another Zacian V, and yeah, this Cape of Toughness thing is just giving Zacian V a lot of HP, and it's out of range for us, you know. But at least the Horror Energy is gonna deal 4 damage counter on this Zacian V, but still it's gonna be out of range for us to knock it out. But we're just gonna do our best. At least Zacian V is not going to be able to attack this next turn. And I'll just replace their stadium. And let's see. I could use Ordinary Rod. We have 2 Dragapults. I could get a Dracloak though, because if we do end up losing a rare candy, we'll need it. So I'll just get this Oricorio with the Great Ball. And I'll just do both. Let me get Dragapult and Dracloak. And these 2 energies. Alright, let me get rid of this 1 rare candy. We don't have any more basics. And I could use Fusion Strike system. Alright, we get more energies. We can put this on Dreepy. Let's Fusion Strike System one more time. And I'm just gonna attack. 180 damage against this Zacian V. So they have another Zacian V on their bench that's not damaged yet, but... And it's so annoying. They keep healing with this Crystal Cave. But that should be fine. We have a guarantee of a Dragapult from our deck, so if they find an energy here, they can attack with the other Zacian V with no damage. But at least they'll need oh, they're gonna boss. There it is, the GENESECT V killer. But they're gonna switch their Zacian V with damage on it already. They're gonna get 2 prizes from our GENESECT V, but you know what? Our Dragapult can finish off this Zacian V in their active. We have Oricorio to fill our bench, so we will be hitting for 180 damage. And we get a boss's order from our top deck. So to be sure, I think I'll just boss this weaker Zacian V, guaranteeing our knockout against this Zacian V build, getting our last 2 prizes. Man, that was crazy. Close game, but we got it. Good game. Alright, let's move on to the next match. We get to start off with a Dreepy. Always a scary situation when I start off with a Dreepy and then I don't have any way to set up basics on my bench. Alright, they have Shelter. I'll just attach an energy. At least we have Evolution Incense. We can evolve into Dragapult. And Dragapult has a second attack that can deal 120 damage. So we can knock out the Shelter if we want to on our next turn. And they are using Zeraora V. They also have Remoraid. So it is a Rapid Strike build. And they have Telescopic Sight. We have GENESECT V that we have to kind of watch out for because that Telescopic Sight will add damage. Unfortunately, we don't have any other Pokemon to set up here, so the only thing that we can really do is just evolve into a Dragapult. And we have energy to power it up even more so that we can attack and even knock out this Shelter. So let me just attach the Horror Energy on Dragapult and use Speed Attack for 120 damage. No need to use the Power Tablet because Shelter only has 60 HP. And we get a prize for that. We get a Dreepy, so that's good. We can put that on the bench on our next turn. And at least their Zeraora V is not powered up yet. And even if they attack with the Zeraora V though, it's only going to deal 100 damage to our active. So we should actually be safe. They're going to set up their Octillery and they're going to Marnie. Alright. Marnie is fine. Just get us good cards, I guess. Alright, we get a Professor's Research. Can use Quick Ball. Huh. Okay. They also have Marshadow in their deck. Alright, interesting. And they have Blaziken. Blaziken V. Blaziken V can do 130 damage once it's evolved for 1 energy. It requires 2 colorless energy, but they have Rapid Strike energy to power it up, so it's still not gonna knock out Dragapult as long as it's in full HP, so we should be okay. And they're just setting up a lot of Shelters. Let's see, we have Power Tablet. Let me just put the Fusion Strike energy on Dragapult, use this up, and then Professor's Research. Okay, we get a Dreepy. We get a Power Tablet again. And I'm just gonna Speed Attack for 180 damage. At least the Power Tablet helps out with that. Because the Fusion Strike Assault only will deal only 60 damage with the amount of Pokemon we have set up so far. So the reason why I attached the Fusion Strike energy on Dragapult also is because if in case we keep this Dragapult alive, Meloetta can increase damage with that Fusion Strike. Unfortunately, there's no way to recover Fusion Strike energy from the discard pile, so, you know, at least it's not wasted when we use Professor's Research. But they're gonna focus now on attacking with their Cloyster, but at least it's not dealing enough damage to knock out our Dragapult just yet. Get an air balloon. Might as well put this horror energy. So if they attack us, that's gonna deal 60 damage. And I hate to do this, but yeah, we don't even need air balloon to Dragapult because it has free retreats. Okay, we finally get some basics here. It's about time, you know. We've been looking for them. Let me get Oricorio. That will increase survivability of Dragapult. And we can knock out this Cloyster with speed attack. Let's see. Fusion Strike 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, either way, we're going to be dealing 120 damage. So, yeah, I'll just attack. 90 damage. Oh, it has the Shell Armor ability. Okay. Yeah, either way, either of the two attacks, we would be dealing 90 damage anyways. So we have 4 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play right now. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. So even if we attack with the Fusion Strike Assault or Speed Attack, it's 120 damage. And with the Shell Armor, reduce the attack by 30. So they're surviving an attack from our Dragapult. They're gonna use Max Blaze, but thanks to Oricorio, we survive an attack against this Blaziken VMAX. So they're gonna receive 6 damage counter because of the horror energy. So at least that's, you know, putting a little bit of a chip damage on their Blaziken VMAX. So that could make a big difference. Okay. Let me get rid of Marnie, and I'm gonna get a GENESECT V. We only have one in the deck. I can use Fusion Strike energy on Meloetta, right? See, Meloetta, if you can put like Psychic energy on Meloetta, you don't need to waste the Fusion Strike energy. So I'm just gonna boss the Zeraora V. I think I could get a prize off of this, and I'm gonna Fusion Strike system. Alright, we get a power tablet, that's nice, and we get Old Cemetery. Me get rid of this energy and get another. No, let me get a Smeargle. Yeah, I think Smeargle is good. We already have another Dreepy on hand. And I think I'll just attack with Dragapult. Knock out the Zeraora V for 2 prizes. Alright. That will get us 2 prizes. Get a Skyline Air Balloon. Air Balloon can go to GENESECT V. But you know what? GENESECT V is actually weak against fire, so if they boss that, their Blaziken VMAX can knock it out for 2 prizes. So this is getting a little scary because now if they attack with Blaziken VMAX, Zeraora V can attack our bench as well. They have Tower of Waters to remove. Well, no, they're just gonna attack. Alright. So now this Blaziken VMAX will receive 6 additional damage counter. We need 3 more prizes, so if we can knock this out, 200 HP left, we can actually win this game. We have power tablets, so we could actually win this game. So I'm gonna use Skyla. Let me get Rare Candy. We have Dragapult on hand. So we can evolve. I think we got this. All we have to do is use this power tablet. And just in our hand, we can use the Fusion Strike system. All we need is one more basic Pokemon to go on the bench and an energy. We get the basic Pokemon, but no energy. Oh no! Oh no! Dude, we just needed one energy. What is wrong with you? Oh no. I'm just gonna retreat into Dreepy, I guess. Let me just thin out my hand. Let me get a Dragapult. Nothing. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna pass. So now the problem is that they're gonna be able to power up their Zeraora V and they can attack for a lot of damage. We have 7 energies on our discard pile, so we should have more on our deck. We have 14 cards left, so I don't know why we didn't get an energy from that. Well, it is what it is. It is randomized, so we just we just didn't get an energy from that. Let's see what my opponent does here, though. If they could have actually... No, they're just gonna attack with their Blaziken VMAX. Okay. Let's see. If we can use Professor's Research, Fusion Strike system, maybe we can get another basic from our... We get an energy, alright? We get an energy, but now we can't hit for 200 damage because we don't have the power tablet. So let me just use... We get a power tablet, alright? Alright. Professor's Research, give me the basic Pokemon. No, come on. Let me use Ordinary Rod. Oh, this is so frustrating. Just get these energies back to the deck. We got the power tablet, but no basic Pokemon. This is so frustrating. It's like a reversal. Alright, I'm just gonna attack. Maybe I can just use Oricorio to attack and knock out this Blaziken VMAX. Right? So, even if they knock out our Dragapult, I can just use Oricorio, deal... I'm just gonna deal damage counters on this Blaziken VMAX and just win the game that way. So, we need 3 more prizes. Just gonna focus on this Blaziken VMAX. I think we could win the game. I think. Hopefully. It's within knockout range. My goodness. We just need one thing. We just keep missing it. First time we didn't have energy. We got a full bench. Now they were able to knock out one of our Pokemon. We got the energy, but no more Pokemon. Oh my goodness. This game could have been over already. Yeah, they have a Crobat. It's a nice combo though that they have. You know, they're focusing on their Cloyster. But now they're gonna cross fist. They're probably gonna target my Oricorio, and this is gonna be... Yeah. I mean, Dragapult is still alive. You know, that's something, right? Get a Great Ball from the top deck. Okay, we get a Dreepy. Alright. So let me put that on the bench. And... Let's see. I can energize my Dreepy, I guess. They're not going to be able to use Zeraora's bench attack for their next turn. So we should be okay. Yeah, I'll just power up Dreepy. We can evolve into Dragapult next time. I'll switch into GENESECT V to thin out our hand. Can retreat with it. We get a Skyla, alright. Let's see what we got. We got a Quick Ball. Ooh, we have one more Dreepy. Could use this Quick Ball. Get rid of this energy. Get a Dreepy. We can actually knock out this Zeraora V. So let me retreat back to Dragapult and then just attack. Fusion Strike Assault for 180 damage, knocking out the Zeraora V for 2 prizes. Alright. Get an Oricorio and an Ordinary Rod, so that's good. We have the means to get more Pokemon from our discard pile. So we can evolve into a Dragapult next turn. We have Oricorio to fill the bench. And Cloyster has 130 HP, even with that shell armor. We should be able to knock it out. It would have been cool if we just finished the game with the Oricorio. That would have been cool. But, you know, Zeraora V targeted it, and that was it. I'm thinking now I could probably add the other Dragapult here. The one where your opponent has to flip a coin before they can successfully attack. Because that one hits the bench for damage counters. So that could be interesting. But my opponent's just going to attack with their Cloyster. And they don't even knock out our Dragapult. I think we should be able to knock it out. They need 2 more prizes, so I'm just gonna evolve into this Dragapult just in case. But I think we should be able to knock it out even with this shell armor. So I'm just gonna attack. Fusion Strike Assault for 150 damage, knocking out their Cloyster, winning us the game. Wow, what a roller coaster ride, man. Good game. Dragapult is amazing. For just 1 energy, it has the potential to deal 180 damage. And since it's a Fusion Strike Pokemon, its attack power is increased further thanks to the Power Tablet. This build is super fast as well because of GENESECT V's ability, allowing you to draw so many cards in a single turn. I have to say that this is a much stronger drawing power than Snorlax, but this is exclusive for Fusion Strike builds only, which makes Snorlax still better in my opinion. I would recommend adding more GENESECT Vs in the deck, but that's up to you if you want to trade speed with an increased liability on the board, because GENESECT V is an easy to price target. Of course, Dragapult can also tank hits with the help of Oricorio to help reduce damage taken from attacks. Overall, this build is super fast. You can start attacking for big damage as early as turn 2. As long as you can keep your bench full, Dragapult is definitely a strong Fusion Strike Pokemon that should not be underestimated. And that's it for the video. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this build and the gameplay. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Night channel. And as always, stay safe and have a great day.